Good afternoon everyone and welcome from Newcastle, home of the Mighty Knights. And what a battle this is going to be, a local New South Wales rivalry game here for your round 10 action, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. I'm Sunny Tyre here in the box to help commentate the action for today as Mike Borsons and the top of the table Newcastle Knights do battle with Riley Murray and his West Tigers, looking to try and keep their finals hopes alive and sneak into the 8 after this game is said and done. And what a game we've got ahead of us. The Knights, what a story they have been. Mike Borsons in his first season as a captain, and he has led his side to some great success and great form this season. But obviously the Knights coming off the back of a close 5-point loss to the Dolphins last week in Brisbane, I believe. Same story with the Tigers, getting a go-ahead field goal in their game against the Cowboys before North Queensland struck back late in the game to steal that one. And both sides with so much to play for. We are underway here from Newcastle, and these two sides, what are they going to bring about here today? What is the toast they got cooking for us? We'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see as we enter round 10. Nearly towards the finals, nearly towards that stage of the season, and obviously every team still looking to earn their place and book a ticket in the top 8. For tackle, the Tigers could go for 40-20, but Matos just draws in the attention and runs it. Takes the contact now. Diab and Borson's there to stop him. Fifth and last now. Tim James will send it downfield. Nico Rashford, what a gun he's been this season. Finds a bit of space. Brought down in the tackle by Matos, I think it is. And Newcastle looking to bounce back after last week, and at this point I believe they're 6-3. And with the Storm getting a win, that one takes them to first place at this point. But Newcastle with a chance to steal first place back if they can get a win here today. Borsons and Luke Driscoll will be looking to lead the way, lead by example, and inspire their Knights side. There were question marks as to whether or not they'd be able to maintain this form. We saw how the Knights season turned out last season when they started 5-1 and they managed to lose the remaining games of their schedule. And Archie through the right edge. Ponkston can't bring him down, and it'll take two defenders, Borsons and Lee Simon, Bo Sadler there to bring him down. And now this opens up a chance. McKinnon gets an offload away to Keller. And the West Tigers currently 4-5 on this season. A win here today would get them back at the 50% mark. Oh, and what a run. Zach Brown tries to cut in field. Dom Ponkston there to meet him. Third tackle now. They'll shift it out. Cut out ball to Tim James. Tim James will try and make a crash play to the line. He's held up shy. It does not get any closer than that. Big stop by Lee Simon, and Cyrus Marks taken into touch. And what a defensive effort there from the Newcastle Knights. Cyrus Marks having a cheeky second go. But great rush up the fence there from Newcastle. And how good has this bloke been? John Nanai, that move to the lock position, and seeing the amount of damage that he's inflicted in his stint under the 13 jersey. It's been great to see. But this Newcastle forward pack, you got Alex Christie, you got Koda Diab, you got Luke Driscoll, John Nanai, just star-studded talent. Oh, turnover, intercept there from Matos. Commentator's curse maybe playing its part. Big Nanai just forcing that one out, and Matos there to scoop it up now. First tackle, the Tigers will go inside the red zone. Riley Murray, the captain, big bump off run on Nanai. Two-man effort there to wrap him up. And they're going to send this one upstairs just to make sure. But the Tigers looking to blitz through the middle of the Newcastle defensive line, and Riley Murray nearly gets there. Impressive run, but last-ditch effort to turn him on his back. Now sees the Tigers with another go as they see Zach Brown through the left edge. Turned on his back now. They're at the line. Could they dart from dummy half? Cyrus Marks. Oh, Marks crashes over. Cyrus Marks. I think that's going to be a try for the visitors. They're going to send it upstairs. And Cyrus Marks from dummy half just backs himself and will probably put the first points on the board, getting past Ben Punch. I think it's Ben Punch or Daniel Punch. I always get them two mixed up. But green lights here from Newcastle. First try the way of the Tigers. And Sione Mataus with the first conversion of the afternoon. And what a great day it is here in Newcastle. A few clouds in the sky, but it has been quite warm in this part of the country. And still a great crowd here in Newcastle. Nearly sold out to witness this game, this round 10 clash. And it is the visiting West Tigers with a 6-0 lead over the hometown Newcastle Knights at the moment. And for the West Tigers, some changes to their team list for this game. Eli Barnes being the most notable one, making the shift from fullback to 5'8". Ben O'Donnell making the move to the fullback spot, and that is going to require him to step up here today, especially when you're going one-on-one with Dom Ponkston. But Ben O'Donnell, he has a lot of experience. He's played at the rep level. I also do believe he has played for Australia, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure he'll be looking to step up and prove that he can tango with the best of the fullbacks here in the SRL, as we see Sione Mataus off the right wing, making the shift with Eli moving to 6. He's now playing at the 7. Oh, Tim James, 40-20 attempt. Dom Ponkston's trying to chase it down, and he'll do a great job to stop that one from turning into a 40-20. Tim James, he had that one on a string. If it got one more bounce in it, I reckon that one would have trickled over the sideline, but Ponkston, the composure, the experience, playing his part to stop that one from turning fatal. Offload away, and it's a forward pass to Alex Christie. I thought that was flat. Maybe a questionable decision from the officials, but tell you what, the visitors will not be complaining, and a lot of Tigers fans making their way out to McDonald James Stadium here today. I think it's still called that. That Newcastle, it's always a great place to be. Third tackle, David Barner taking that one out run. Tim James try and barge his way forward. Taken by Alex Christie. Fourth now, they'll shift it left. Cyrus Marks! Cyrus Marks for a double! Cyrus Marks gets on the board. 2 unanswered tries for the Tigers, and what a start for the West second, the West left centre. His second try of the Arvo. That's great stuff from Cyrus. And the West Tigers playing to keep their finals hopes alive, and this is the way you want to start, especially when you're on the road against a team like the Knights. Now Mataus will be tasked with this one, left to right. He'll try and swing it, but it doesn't have enough. Fades just to the right, and it'll be 10-0. The West Tigers currently leading over the Newcastle Knights, and what a start for the Tigers. 2 unanswered tries to Cyrus Marks. Could he potentially get a hat-trick? Especially at the 3 spot at left centre. That would be a game to remember for him, but I'm sure it already is. 2 tries in 11 minutes for West, and we'll see how they can back it up off this set. Riley Murray taking matters into his own hands. Runs it straight at Borsons. The crowd likes that one. First now. And you've got to keep an eye out for Tim James, and you've got to keep an eye out for Lachlan McKinnon. He's been in stellar form all season. Nathan Haas trying to sneak through on that right edge, but Mike Borsons, Newcastle captain, there to read. And once again, Ben O'Donnell steps Ponkston. Oh, and what a step there. Ben O'Donnell can't get past the reinforcements though. Luke Driscoll sporting the new hairdo. You cannot miss him now, as we see, fifth and last. Big shout out to Luke Driscoll. I hope he's enjoying the coverage tonight. As we see a big bomb out towards the wing. Oh, Nathan Haas going the wrong way. And Borsons, once again, he's been an absolute menace on defense. He has been in and amongst the action, and it's great to see him playing at the 6th spot. He is a Blues representative. He is a Kangaroos rep, EU as well. And this move to the 6 will firmly solidify him as the focal point of their attack and their playmaking, particularly off the kicking game. And Borsons, he's got a boot under him, so keep an eye out for that. But as we see, Joshua Butterfield, a good run, gets him inside opposition half. They'll swing it out towards John Nanai, and the big fella wrapped up. Good tackle made on him. By Thompson, I think it was. Alongside Matos, 5th and last now. Mike Borson sends it downfield towards the corner, and it's Marley Arki. Arki will step one, tries to split through. Driscoll and Ponkston there to meet him on that return. And Ponkston was out of position, but Matos can't poke through and exploit that gap. And for the Knights, they've been so resilient on defense all season, and they're very well conditioned. As you can see here, they bring a great rush up pressure in defense, particularly getting numbers in the tackle. And Cyrus Marks, keep an eye for him. I thought he was playing left center, he's actually playing wing, so still a great effort from Cyrus Marks. As we see, Eli Barnes now will just send it downfield. And Lee Simon on the return. Lee Simon looking to inject his game, and what a battle it would be between him and Cyrus on that wing, as we see Daniel Punch. So it was Daniel Punch, not Ben Punch, as I made the mistake of saying before. John Nanai, oh, what a line break through the right edge. And that run will set the Knights up just shy of the red zone at the 30. They will play the ball. Butterfield, oh, short dish to Diab. Diab can't squeeze through. And Sadler now, short dish. Borson's cut out ball to Daniel Punch, and he's wrapped up once again. 3 in the tackle from the opposition. Sorry, 2 in the tackle. I am seeing things here tonight. I am all over the place. 5th and last now. Joshua Butterfield down towards the corner. Oh, Maliaki cuts in field. Doesn't hit a step, just decides to go on a bit of a slant route, just runs it straight. Now Riley Murray trying to get his reps in before the subs come on for the props around the 20-minute mark. And Ben O'Donnell once again hits a step. We'll try and get past Ponkston, but Ponkston won't let him get past him that time. 3rd now. And West on attack. They've been looking pretty good, finding some holes in the line that just allows them to blitz through. And as we see, McKinnon trying to exploit as well. Okay, yeah, there to wrap them up. 5th and last now. 19 minutes played here from Newcastle as they'll drop it to the right pocket. Oh, Matos, shanker kick straight to Borsons. And not the ideal kick there for Matos, so he'll try and play his part defensively off the set as the Knights' 2nd tackle already inside West half. They go. Ponkston gets a step, brought down. 3rd now, cut out ball. John Nanai targeting his former Pacifica teammate. Questions remaining around where Tim James could potentially end up. With the news of the eligibility window coming out earlier this week. And a lot of questions to be asked about who's going to end up where, and what a run from Nathan Haas. Tries to catch that overlap. Borson's there to meet him as well. Oh, Maliaki tries to get in amongst the commotion. Won't be able to dart through there, but they'll go in the pocket. Lockie McKinnon. Not sure if he was the intended target, but he is the one that ends up with the footy. Short dish now. Sam Lillard off the bench. Straight through the middle he goes. Nanai there to bring him down alongside Sadler's Mulberston now. The former Bronco turned Tiger late in this season. Making the swap for Ash Crutcher. 5th and last now. Eli Barnes, that's a good kick, but it's straight down towards the grips of Miko Rashford. He'll cut through, weaves inside, and the Tigers will do a good job to surround him and cut him off there. But now the Knights, great starting field position off this set. Ponkston, it's a step. Ponkston with an offload to John Nanai. And that run will get them inside the opposition 20. 2nd tackle. The Knights still looking for their 1st points of the game, and it could come off this set. Their vice-captain Luke Driscoll, great run, gets him to the 10. 3rd now. Newcastle inching closer towards the line as they'll give it to Ponkston, and he's wrapped up. Nowhere to go for Don Ponkston. Tim James there to meet him. 4th now. They'll try a cut out ball to the left, and it's a forward. Another questionable decision, I think, there. But the Knights with a prime chance, and that one just gets away from an unforced mistake. Now sees prime possession turned over. What a game this has been. Very chaotic start in the first 10 minutes. 2 quick fire tries to the Tigers, but since then it's sort of just started to settle down a bit. Bit of a seesaw affair at the moment. Both teams going tit for tat. Although the Tigers do hold a 2-score lead. Oh, off the return, Ponkston can't get past. Good tackle there from Sam Lillard to stop the Newey fullback from getting through. We know how good Ponkston is, so you have to limit his impact. Second tackle now. Once again, Newcastle inside opposition half. Luke Driscoll takes a straight run up. Third, Boston shifts it out. Ponkston goes out to Butterfield. Butterfield through the right edge. Gets a line break to the tally and gets into the 10-meter line. Inside opposition red zone they go. Short ball. Nanai with a dish out to Nathan Anderson, who goes through untouched. And what a try from Nathan Anderson. Just waltzes that one in. And off the bench and on the scoreboard he goes, Nathan Anderson. And beautiful delivery there from John Nanai. TBC live replay. It was just a nice floater. And all he had to do was run his line. And there you go. Newcastle on the board. First points of the day. And first conversion kick to come for Josh Butterfield right in front. A nice gimme to start off his kicking campaign of the day, and that one will go straight across the middle. West Tigers leading 10, Newcastle 6. And now the Tigers fans in attendance just start to get a little bit more tense now. Obviously, we know how pivotal the result will be for the Tigers. For the Knights, you could say that they are pretty much guaranteed into the top 8, but they'll be looking to solidify themselves at the top of the ladder, or at the least just finish in the top 4, and they're in a prime position to do that. And it's great stuff to see. But for the Tigers, they need this win here today. That'll get them back to 5-5. If they can walk away with a W on Newcastle soil, we'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. Your TBC live coverage. Round 10. Oh, another offload. Miko Rashford there to Joey June. And I'll tell you what, Joey June, maybe he's running his lines just a bit too early, because he's come off the back end of a forward pass call, and now the Tigers a great chance to just turn this thing around back in their favour. Just under half an hour played in. What a game it's been so far. 6-10 is the score. The visitors currently holding the lead. And Ben O'Donnell wrapped up. They go left. Maliaki through the right edge. He'll try and get past Ponkston. Maliaki will find the score. Will find the try line. And he will get himself on the board here. What a try there from Maliaki off the right edge. And Luke Driscoll just found himself star-studded, I guess you could say. Flat-footed is probably the better term, because he was in the vicinity, just didn't make the attempt, and now that could prove fatal by the time this game is said and done. But the West Tigers, you can tell they're playing like their season depends on it, because it almost does. And that one will be slotted comfortably from Matos. And the Tigers take this lead back out to a 2-score game. 16-6 against the Knights. And you'd have to think they'll just be looking to probably play it safe, play as conservative, and just run out the clock. Get to halftime. Get a breather in. You'll come back in the second half, firing on all cylinders. Or maybe they want to inflict as much damage as they can as early as possible, and just mentally break down the Knights. But this Knights side, they are a team that you can never count down or count out. They're a team that plays good against adversity, or good with their backs against the wall. I'll tell you what, if Newcastle can make a comeback and take control of this game, take the lead back, they are a team that can dictate the rest of the game. And oh, what a 40-20 kick there from Mataos. I think it might have enough on it. Does it have the angle and the bounce? Yes, it does. Sione Mataos, a great kick there from the Tigers halfback, and now another prime chance inside opposition red zone. The West Tigers looking to fire up in a huge way. If they can get another try on this set, this will do a lot for their confidence. Newcastle rallied on their goal line. They're going to have to hold up once again. Can they do so? Mobiston takes the dart, loses a couple on that play. Third tackle coming up now for the visitors. They'll go. Cut out ball to Barnes. Oh, and the ricochets back towards Mav Keller. I don't know what happened there. Someone must have got a slap to that ball, but fourth now. Got a ball slapping going on out there on the field. Jeff Keane will try and barge over. Gets past Luke Driscoll. And Jeff Keane will score what has to be the fourth try of the Arvo for the Tigers. And they are just piling on points here in the first half. He just manages to outmuscle Luke Driscoll. And he'll plant that one down with the ball firmly intact. Try here to the visitors, and now this one starting to look very dangerous for Newcastle. And from the right hand side of the uprights, Mataos will have the task to take this lead out even further. Add another 2 to that 20, and the Tigers up 22-6. 33 minutes played here, your first half action from Newcastle. And the home fans now are just starting to quiet down a bit. We know how good this West Tigers side is and the potential they have. And their run of form the past few weeks, it was surprising to myself. We know how good this team is and what they're capable of, and runs like that. Sam Lillard, you can tell that they are really playing to the purpose here today. The Tigers, they know what's on the line. They know what's at stake. Robbo Mobiston, what a run. Through the left edge, Don Pongston forced to come up. Last line of defense, out of position. Ben O'Donnell will try and exploit the gap. And if it wasn't for Ben Dishwasher, I think it was, that one could have been another one on the board for West as they shift it right. Mataos inside dish, Jeff Keane. Wrapped up once again, Mike Lawsons. He has been everywhere defensively. He has controlled that side, that edge of the field. It's great stuff to see from Borso. Leading by example. His Knights currently down and looking to inject some life back into him. Could be Miko Rashford. The Rash off the left wing, can't get past Nathan Haas, I think it was. I'm probably wrong. And the West Tigers, they have really turned up here today. We expected a close competitive game. We knew the Tigers were going to put up one hell of a fight, but I think this one has kind of caught the Knights off guard a bit. Maybe it's caught them a bit shook. I'm just as shook as my stuttering as we see Joshua Butterfield through the right edge. Or tackle now, Bradley Parks. Oh, 6 again, but who's there? No, it's Sam Lillard, and Lillard will be the one first to it. I thought that one was going to go Newcastle's way, but Lillard showing great awareness to swoop on that one first. Offload away from Mobiston. Good second phase play here from the Tigers. If they can get another try on the board before half time, this could be a bleak game for the Knights, and you'd hope not. You'd hope they can hold off defensively here and potentially get one on the board before half time. Do not write them off just yet. Still plenty of footy left to be played. Tim James straight through the middle. Fifth and last coming up now. They've got numbers in the pocket. They go to Eli. Barnes will send it towards the corner. Miko Rashford is there and waiting. Tap back. Ben O'Donnell on the stroke of half time. Ben O'Donnell will get another one on the board for the West Tigers. And the West Tigers are just running rampant at this in this game, and it's just not the way I thought this was going to go so early in this match. And Sione Mataos now looking to try and extend the lead once again. It's a tough one. Can he swing it? Does it have enough? He'll try and fade it back across. And what a beautiful conversion there for Mataos. 28-6 is the score. West Tigers currently leading the Newcastle Knights in your round 10 clash. Rally brought to you by TBC Live, and Newcastle just wanting to get this half over and done with so they can make their halftime adjustments. Come back into the second half firing, and they've got a pretty big hole to dig themselves out of, so we'll see what the halftime message will be from Borsons. I'm sure from Riley Murray, he'll be loving what he's seeing from his boys at the moment. They'll just be telling him to keep their foot on the necks of these Knights and walk away with a gritty away win here in Newcastle. 10 seconds left in this first half. They'll shift it left, cut out ball to Zach Brown, wrapped up and driven into the turf. 28-6, Tigers leading. We'll see you in the second half.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
Yes, hello and welcome back to your second half. Proudly brought to you by TBC Live. It is the West Tigers with a 28-6 lead over the Newcastle Knights. And what a first half it was from the visitors. They have just started off on the front foot right from the outset, and Cyrus Marsh scoring a double to open up the scoring. Knights striking back with one of their own. But the Tigers since then, they've just piled on the points, piled on the pressure, and now the Newcastle Knights feeling it at this point, but second half adjustments being made for both sides. So will it work out for them? Will it end up paying off? The Knights looking to keep their dominant home record intact as Macquarie shifts it out to Rashford. So the Knights down by 22. You just got to take it one try at a time. And Borsons with a huge kick downfield. That'll find the grips of Ben O'Donnell. Darren waiting. He'll be driven down into the turf. First tackle coming up now. Might have to do a quick sub check here. Just give me a moment. Okay, sub's good to go. Alright, back on the way here from Newcastle. And Riley Murray on the bench at the moment. But he's not sitting down. He's been standing up this entire time. He knows how vital the result is here today, and he'll be hoping that his West Tigers side do not start to get complacent and let their foot off the throttle, as we see Eli Barnes now just sending it downfield, and it's Darren waiting for Lee Simon. Oh, what a step. Lee Simon cuts infield. Ben O'Donnell trying to chase him down. He's got numbers in pursuit, but Lee Simon, what a line break, gets him inside the 10. Taken by Cyrus Marks, I think it was. First tackle now, the Knights. Inside dish to Nanai. Beautiful pass from Borsons. Some flamboyant stuff there from the Knights skipper. Second tackle now. They'll go inside dish. Oh, what a ball from Borsons. Straight to punch. And he'll punch through straight past Ben O'Donnell. What a strike back from the Knights. Beautiful stuff on display from Newcastle. They're going to send it upstairs, but that is a try for all money. This referee might just be vain. Wants that camera time, because there's been a lot of bunker decisions here today, but the home side finally strike back, and that one will inject some life, inject some belief back into their hopes of a comeback. 10-0 kick to come. 10-0, 10-28 kick to come. field. Another easy one for him. And that's what the Knights needed, to inject some life back into this team. One hell of a line break there from Lee Simon. You've got to give him credit. He likes to bag this area. He's not the biggest fan of Newcastle, but I'll tell you what, he has been a weapon. He has had his moments of brilliance. He's in the hopes for a Queensland Maroon spot next season. We'll have to wait and see. There's a very stacked talent pool. So Lee Simon, you'll have to say, maybe not too far off the mark. Maybe just needs to be more of a team player and not throw Newcastle under the bus as much as we see. Sadler now getting a dish out to Borsons, and Borsons, what a game he's had today, especially defensively. Should have checked his stats at half time, but it just felt like he was so involved on that defensive side of the game, particularly on that side of the field. And oh, what's going on here? Borson's way in front. Oh, this could be a glitch play. A trick play, you could say. But nothing doing there. Joey Jean just takes a fizzle out run. Borson's now 5th and last, behind the 40. It's got the angle, but Arki is there and waiting, trying to squeeze around. And Borson's wrapping up, following his own kick. 28-12. The Tigers currently with the lead. Sam Lillard straight through the middle. He wrapped up just shy of the halfway. And the Tigers, this is the sort of performance that I think they've been waiting to see for a few games now. Oh, Mataos, this could be dangerous. Oh, and it works out. Risky play. Ben O'Donnell, though, gets the offload, and Tim James swarmed upon by two Knights defenders. Poor tackle. Eli Barnes finds the line break, weaves in and out. Made it look so effortless. Boston out of position now. Rashford in the backfield there to cover 5th and last. They go to Zach Brown. Straight stab towards Lee Simon. Lee Simon steps one, cuts in field. Another line break added to his stats. He's got Mike Borsons on the left, Driscoll on the other side. Oh, Lee Simon nearly gets through. Ben O'Donnell. He made the dive early, and Borson's now trying to barge across the Knights, looking for a comeback. This could be dangerous here for the Tigers. Lee Simon, what an absolute machine he's been in the second half. He has opened up the lanes for this Knights side to make these opportunities inside the red zone, and that one no try on the effort. But I'll tell you what, with still quite a few tackles left up their sleeve, the Knights in prime position to get back-to-back tries on the board in the second as they go. Short dish. Oh, taken off the ball. Borsons finds himself with it. Borsons crashes across the line. And Mike Borsons, the Newcastle captain, what an effort there from him. Never giving up on the play. Taking it to Lockie McKinnon. And Lockie McKinnon just couldn't do enough to stop Borsons from rampaging across the line for the try. And the Knights do not give up on them, like we said. Do not write them off just yet. Because if it's one thing we know about this Newcastle team, is that you can never write them off. They play with a lot of grit, a lot of character, a lot of resilience, and especially in front of a home crowd that's starting to find their form, starting to find their voice again. Tense moments awaiting the Tigers captain. He's itching to get back out there as he watches on from the sideline. 10-point lead to the Tigers over the Knights here from Newcastle. 15 minutes played. Your round 10 coverage on SRL TV. The Knights looking to keep themselves in the top end of the ladder. The Tigers looking to get themselves back into the top 8 equation. And Luke Thompson will send it downfield. Pongston to take the return. Daniel Punch, straight run up. What a season it's been for Daniel Punch. He's been an absolute bopper through the trenches, as we see. Luke Driscoll now. Left edge run. Can't break the line. Met there by Lillard. Second now. The Knights shift to left. Borson's cut out dish to Miko Rashford. Miko Rashford, if he could have hit a step, he could have been gone. past O'Donnell, but now O'Donnell's out of position. If they can find an exploit, they'll look through Nathan McCoy. I thought Ponkston was lined up for that play, but I'll just dish it to one of their forwards as John Nanai takes the run to the 35th and last now. Where will they go? The Knights, the home side, dish it to Borsons. Another good kick from him. Aki on the right wing, steps one. Driven down by Borsons once again. Be very interested to see what his tackle stats look like when this game's said and done, but down by 10, he's definitely putting up an effort that is just worthy of an admiration. Trying to inspire his Knights to what would be quite the comeback. But the Tigers looking to put that, all that hope and all that optimism firmly to rest. Tim James, inside dish from Eli. Sorry, from O'Donnell, 5th and last now. The Tigers stationed inside Newcastle half. Eli Barnes will send it downfield. Oh, and it's too much. Lee Simon just catches it easy as you could ask. And a 7 tackle set coming up now. Oh, big bump off run from Daniel Punch. And Newcastle looking to get this momentum going through Alex Christie. Will just take another straight run. Bit of a hold down in the tackle as we see Luke Driscoll. Great line break from the Knights vice skipper. And Ben O'Donnell there to bring him down inside their own 30. He's out of position as they go. Borsons to Ponkston. Ponkston through the right edge. Hits a goosey. Oh, Ben O'Donnell try saving effort. And Ponkston had a chance to bring this game back to single digits. Oh, and what an effort from Ben O'Donnell. That could be the play of the game. TBC Live replay won't even show you. Oh, and Don Ponkston, how crucial could that be when this game is all said and done? The potential to take this one back to a one-score game. And Ben O'Donnell take a bow, caught up on to take the one jersey, and we know how good you have to be to play that one spot on both sides of the footy, not just attack, defense especially. And that one could have just saved the Tigers this game right here. David Barner now. Take that run up. Mataos dishes it out. Nathan Haas hits a step, cuts in field, weaves outside. Ponkston there to wrap him up. And now 5th and last coming up inside the red zone. The Tigers play the ball. They go left, double pass out to Mataos. Mataos sends it high. Ponkston's there and waiting. Oh, Ponkston splits the defense. Ponkston's going to take it to the house, you'd have to say. Mataos is in pursuit, but Ponkston makes up for his earlier missed try. And now the Newcastle Knights comeback is back on here. What a try. What an effort from Dom Ponkston. Oh, he's definitely made up for his earlier missed try now. Ponkston, the absolute hero of the moment. Sione Mataos in pursuit, but just not enough to compete with one of the most explosive outside backs the SRL has ever seen. And now the Knights, dramatic change of circumstances here from Newcastle. Half time, the Tigers were up by a comfortable margin. And now that comfort has slowly turned into anxiety as we see the Knights clawing away back at this comeback. And what a game, what a result that would be if Newcastle can do it. Oh, someone check on Riley Murray. He's itching to go. He's trying to get back out on the field right now. Sideline touchy. He's just having to hold him back on the field. A couple more minutes. But it is the Tigers with a 4-point lead, 28-24 over the Knights. And now we've got a ball game on our hands. It was a one-sided affair in that first half, and now Newcastle, they have just looked like they've been injected with a breath of fresh life. Because this is a contrasting looking team from that first half. Luke Driscoll, maybe you could say he had his part to play in 2 tries being conceded, but now he's certainly making up for it. He's gotten some crucial line breaks. The Rash tries to squeeze through. Fourth tackle inside the red zone. Newcastle looking for their first lead of the game. They could very well take it off this set. You might have thought it was impossible at halftime. It is now definitely possible, but Boston's just takes the straight run. That one fizzling out at the end. Anticlimactic finish there for the home side, and now the Tigers looking to bounce back. Looking to squash any hopes of a comeback from the Knights. What a step. Maliaki through the right edge. Pongston there once again. He's been caught upon a lot defensively. He's out of position. Watch out. Matos tries to get through. Driscoll and Macquarie there to stop that from turning into a devastating line break for the Tigers. Fourth tackle, Ben O'Donnell. Inside opposition, 40. Matos inside dish. Lockie McKinnon, he might get past Pongston. Pongston with a potential try saver that could save the game. Fifth and last, the Tigers send it towards the left corner. Lee Simon is there and waiting. And Lee Simon, ice in his veins. Cool, calm, collected. When you need your winger to be composed under that pressure, Lee Simon puts his hands up and says, give me that. And the Knights, well within the fight, and what a game this is turning out to be. Do not go anywhere. SRL TV coverage. It is your round 10 clash. Oh, big intercept. Koda Diab just forcing that one out. Mav Color there to pick it off, and now this one could be costly for the Knights. Work to do from within their own half, potentially in their own red zone if the Tigers can make more meters and drive further down the field. Mav Color now takes a straight run, 25 away from the try line. The other Knights, you don't want to concede a penalty. You don't want to play out the ball and force a 6 again. You just want to make the tackles and defuse whatever kick comes your way in the fifth. If it does, Mav Color now wrapped up, driven back. Pongston there alongside Sadler. And now fifth and last, the Tigers, what are they going to do? What is the game plan? They'll drop it to Barnes. Barnes, oh, Diab! He finds open space. Cut out Diab. Great return. Alleviates a bit of pressure now for Newcastle. And that one looking like it could have been dangerous. A good kick from Barnes, but no one in support there to follow it up. And now the Knights inside opposition half. Second tackle. Great starting position off this set. And oh, big mistake there. And oh, big bump off from Riley Murray. Runs it straight at Borsons, and Borsons is going to feel that one in the morning. Nathan Haas now off the right edge. Pongston there to clean him up once again. How much gas does Pongston have left in his tank? He's out of position. They might look for the exploit. They go to Riley Murray. Excuse me. Riley Murray takes that one. First tackle at the opposition 10. The Tigers, they could potentially seal this game off this set. 15 minutes left in this game. Who's going to come away with the chockies? Zach Brown turned on his back at the line. Third, sorry. He'll play the ball. They'll go flat, cut that ball. Luke Thompson will try and barge across. Luke Thompson is down. Luke Thompson is over. And Luke Thompson will take this game back out to a 2-score lead. Kick to come left of the uprights, running it straight at his opposing 7 in Josh Butterfield, and Luke Thompson just mano-a-mano stuff there. Pumping the legs to get across, and now the Tigers take control of this game in a comfortable position. But you don't want that comfort to turn into complacency. 8-point lead, kick to come. They could take it out to double digits and say it's a gimme. And the Tigers just dampening the hopes a bit of this home crowd that have made quite the effort to be here today. A great turnout from Newcastle as always. They love footy in this part of the country. But it is the visiting West Tigers up by 10. Final 15 minutes, just under, remaining in this round 10 clash. Get ready, what an intense finish we could be in for. The Knights will have to just hold it down defensively. Make your tackles. Don't concede any line breaks. Don't give away any penalties. Set yourself in position to pin the Tigers deep in their field, but runs like that will not help. David Barner finds a nice line break there. Ponkston forced to meet him off the rush, and now Thompson inside dish. High scoring game, this one. Over 50 points so far. Could potentially be in for 1 or 2 more tries in the back end of this game. 5th and last now. Newcastle in kick return formation. They're waiting for the punt. Eli Barnes sends it downfield. Earl off the boot, and he's been very well off the kicking duties. Oh, Lee Simon once again. Lee Simon trying to inspire his side, and runs like that will help do the job. And what a game for Lee Simon. He's certainly had his part to play. Maybe he's earned some grace from the Newcastle locals who aren't too big of fans of his perspective on Newcastle. Look, it's a beautiful area, Lee. Come on. It's not that bad. As we see Ponkston off the right edge, cuts infield. Ben O'Donnell there to wrap him up. 4 tackle. O'Donnell out of position. They could get a line break here. Who are they going to dish it to? Flat cutout ball to Bradley Parks. Parks wrapped up and taken on that one. 5th and last now. Where are they going to go? The Knights will play the ball. They go in the pocket. Boston's with the grubber. Riley Murray with the try saver. The potential try saver. Finds himself in the way. And that one will just halt the grubber. Halt the momentum to a stop and turn it back around for the Tigers. Final 10 minutes and they'll be looking to just run off the clock, you'd have to think. Especially inside their own half of the field. You don't want to let out any silly mistakes. Oh, great dish there. Draw pass out to Barner. And that one will get him a bit more breathing room now. Ponkston out of position once again. I have to say, he's got to be nearing the 20 mark for tackles made this afternoon as we see Matos down towards the corner. Miko Rashford cuts in field. Miko Rashford will keep the game back in the balance. What a try. What a return from the Rash. Ben O'Donnell just making the dive too early, and now the Knights, just when you thought this game could have gotten out of reach, they are back on the board. Oh, and this is going to be intense. This is going to be an absolute insane finish. Oh, Miko Rashford, take a bow. What an effort. I'm not sure if the Musbet is up now, but take the 2 off that line, off the board. Speaking of line strokes. 72 minutes played here. The Tigers currently with a 6-point lead. Going to be down, up by 4 as Butterfield will convert this one straight in front. 30-34 is your score. And who is going to walk away with the win here today? You could have forgiven the Tigers for thinking that they had this game in the bag after that first half. But now you might be eating those hopes. Because the converted try, if the Knights can score the next try and convert it, they can take their first lead of the game late in this one. Strap yourselves in, folks. Do not go anywhere. You don't want to miss the final moments of this round 10 clash. The Tigers 34, the Knights 30. Who's going to walk away with the win? Get ready. Diab now takes a straight run. And the captain, Riley Murray, there to bring him down. 3rd tackle. They'll try and get past the 40. Through Don Ponkston. Oh, what a step. Ponkston finds a great line break. Cuts back in field. O'Donnell there to meet him once again. Out of position. Could they go for the line break? Could they go for the exploit? Josh Butterfield can't dart through. And now tense moments are waiting the Tigers off the kick return. The Knights will be hoping that they can get a kick away at that. And Daniel Punch just takes a straight run on the right edge. And that's an anticlimactic finish there. But potentially maybe a better outcome than conceding a kick return. We see what Lee Simon's been able to do, and all it takes is that one line break that turns things over in a heartbeat. Oh, what a run. Mav Keller offload away to Dave Barner, shrugs one off. Barner still going. And West looking to finish this game right here, looking to put it to bed. If they can score off this set, that'll be game. Oh, Donald I thought that one was picked off and intercepted. Third tackle coming up. The visitors looking to ice the game. Mathos wrapped up. Taken by Borsons. He'll get a couple on the post contact meters. They'll go inside dish. Nathan Haas. He'll try and crash over. He'll try and win the game for the Tigers. And he will do so, you'd have to think. Game, set and match for the West Tigers. Haas one-on-one with Kota Diab, and the big fella just could not stop the momentum. Caught himself flat-footed. And the West Tigers will walk away with a win here from Newcastle. Surviving a late scare, the comeback was on. The Knights one big play away, one line break away potentially from stealing this one in dramatic circumstances. But the Tigers, you'd have to think, they've got a comfortable lead. Just over 3 minutes remaining. But what a game from both sides this afternoon. 38-30 here from Newcastle. A dramatic second half compared to what we saw in the first. Maybe the adversity, maybe being down by that margin for the Knights was enough to just slap themselves into gear and turn this thing around. You got to be proud if you're a Knights fan or a Knights player. You have to be proud of the comeback. I think it says a lot about this team, especially as we head towards the finals. Don't forget the Knights are one of the premier teams of the comp. When we talk about form, 6-2 or 6-3, I can't remember which one exactly, but well in the prime spot for a top 8 finish and a top 4 finish, you'd have to say. David Barner left edge, and the Tigers still not done yet. They want to keep going right till the end and impose their dominance on this Knights side that has been so resilient. A huge credit to the Knights, but it is the Tigers that have earned this win here. That absolute blitz in the first half has set them up in position to see off a late comeback from Newcastle. Miko Rashford off the return, still fighting towards the end. Admirable effort from Miko Rashford. Getting a try to the tally today. Luke Driscoll taking the run there, second now as we enter the final minute of this game. Tiger supporters making the trip from Leichhardt, from Campbelltown and all across southwestern Sydney have made the effort to be here to see their Tigers keep their season alive, keep the finals dream still in the equation. The West Tigers now moving up to 5-5. 5 wins, 5 losses, 50% season record, and that will be full-time. 8-point victory to the visitors. Riley Murray and his men coming away with a huge win over one of the top leading sides in the SRL, the Newey Knights, from McDonald Jones Stadium. And what a game, what a second half, especially as we take a look at your TBC Live stats. And my voice is gone, so I'm just going to breeze through these quickly. But look at the completions from the Tigers, 24 from 25, near 100% effort from them, 58% in possession and only 1 error. So the Tigers, they played such a clean game on attack. 8 errors conceded from the Knights, 15 to 23 completions. Nearly 50 more tackles being made from Newcastle, 22 to 21 missed tackles respectively, and 34 line breaks compared to the Knights 25. So take a look at the stats. Lee Simon and Dom Pongston both pairing up, nearly combining for 500 run meters, but what an effort from the both of them. Lee Simon, those 3 line breaks, all eventuating to runs that ended up inside opposition red zone. Couldn't get any tries to go, but those line breaks helped set the comeback and laid the platform. Miko Rashford getting up there as well. Try to his name. Bo Sadler, try assist there as well. 25 tackles, 0 missed. Defensively was a unit. Luke Driscoll, 0 passes from Luke Driscoll, alongside Lee Simon as well. So a couple ball hogs there, I'm joking. But yeah, Luke Driscoll, couple line breaks there. But yeah, a lot of Knights players over the 100-meter run mark, over the century. Butterfield only 2 meters shy, so not a bad effort from the Knights. They certainly put up a great fight in that second half. You would have thought they were down and out in that first, but The comeback was on, and they nearly got there, but in the end it was the Tigers doing enough to keep their season and their finals hopes well and truly alive. Maliaki leading the run leaders, 175. Not a bad effort playing from the wing spot, 8 line breaks and a try to his name as well. Ben O'Donnell at fullback, 151 run meters, 16 tackles, only missed 1 with 4 line breaks. So a pretty good effort from O'Donnell. Eli Barnes, where is he? 101 meters. A few missed tackles, but off the kick I thought he played really well, and 2 try assists to his name as well. Alongside Charlie Racine, 2 try assists there. So great effort from the Tigers, and if you're Riley Murray, I know he's been stressing this game. A lot on the line, but the Tigers well and truly earned this game here today. Now first half effort from them, enough to carry them for the rest of this game. It was just too much of a hole for the Knights to dig themselves out of. But the Knights will be looking to bounce back. The Tigers looking to capitalise off this form as they look towards making the top 8. Thank you for joining myself, Sonny Tyre, here from Newcastle. Your full-time score, Tigers 38, Knights 30. Stick around and stay tuned throughout the week, right here on SRL TV. We will see you again. Take care, have a good night, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Until next time, see you on SRL TV.